Oh, to Million Days 67. Don't really have much to add today. I was going to listen to a song from Your Name, Kimi no Na wa. I think I said that right. Um, I let the mind take control this morning. You guys might not necessarily understand that, and if you do, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. For those that don't necessarily know what I'm talking about, I was listening to this meditation last night and a couple weeks ago where it said you had to go beyond mind, and I was like, what does that mean? Go beyond mind. I kind of had an understanding of what it somewhat meant, and then today, like, I let my mind take control, and it did all the easy things. It was like, yeah, we're not gonna go to the gym first thing in the morning. Like, we don't have to edit today. You can jack off. You can do all these things that like weren't incredibly productive because I let the mind take over. I let the mind dictate instead of consciousness itself, following my intuition, God's will, however you want to look at it, the universe, following that instead. And that was the downfall. It's something that clearly I am working on and I'm going to continue to work on because it takes time, I would say, to overcome those habits of the mind. The mind is always going to be smart. It's going to be manipulative. It's going to know exactly what to say. I believe Jocko was talking about this on one of his podcasts when I was listening to that. And it's true. It's like, yeah, we don't have that much to do today. I don't know. We can sleep in. No, we don't have to go to the gym because we have a podcast at 4 and we have a massage at 3. Like, we don't have to do anything up until that point. When in reality, what I should have done was like download the clips from the incline, start editing that video, write up a script. Which it's so weird with why I can't download. I've been trying to download these like last 15 clips from the GoPro, and every single time I try it, it cancels for some odd reason. But I could have done all those things today. Like I could have just taken control, but no, I decided to let the mind run the show. I think this happens a lot to a lot of people when it comes down to, say, getting started out with the gym. And I think I might have been talking about this the other day about having a buddy when you do start working your fitness, because then that allows for the mind to kind of be quiet. I think it's the reason why I haven't been able to get as far as I've wanted to in my business or with YouTube is because my mind is like, well, we've tried it before. Look at how it's turned out. And then I have to remind myself, it's like, yeah, but we've never actually tried. We've posted. Yeah, we've posted. Have we ever tried? Have we ever added a hook? Have we ever spent time researching thumbnails, topics, conversations, ideas? Have we ever incorporated other people into the videos? Have we ever done any of those things? I know the answer. So I've never really tried at YouTube. I've been doing it for 6 years. I've been creating videos, movies, ever since I was a kid. I think I was talking about this on day 45 or something like that. Might be off by a couple. But I've been making movies, videos, ever since I was a toddler. Into my middle school, elementary age, a little bit in middle school, not so much. Actually, I did make one video movie in middle school. I wonder if we still have it. We had to do like a science project of like a natural disaster. And my buddy, I think it was Ben at the time, him and I, we ended up creating this like natural disaster with like Barbies that my sisters had with like sand, and we made like a video. I wonder if I could find that. I completely forgot about that. But I was making videos back then too. I'm really starting to wonder, like, why did I stop creating videos? Because I was also making them, like, I was recording videos as well a bit in high school. Because I tried to do Vine, and I think that possibly one of my buddies that I was doing them with wasn't as into videos. Maybe that's the reason why I kind of stopped doing videos, was because I wanted to keep that friend around, when in reality, like, we were just going our separate ways. Like, I wanted to do content creation. He wanted to do, I believe, he didn't even really know what he wanted to do at that time. I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to do at that time. I mean, I did. I just didn't, I guess, admit it officially. But yeah, I've always made videos. And I always will make videos. These videos right here, I've been making them for 67 days now at this point. I haven't made a single one of them live. They aren't going live until next year, which I was talking about. And I was just doing it because I wanted to make videos. I wanted to wrap up my day. I wanted to talk out loud. I wanted to think out loud to myself and maybe to you guys, because maybe you guys also struggle with similar things, or you're wanting to create something in the way that I do as well. So I figured I might as well share it because, like, I know I'm going to win. And there's a thing that I heard from Alex Hormozi where he talked about, he's like, he wished he would have documented more. And I wish I would have documented more of certain aspects of my life as well. So I've made videos a little bit in college, not as much as I probably would have liked, but I made enough. Like, I've never not made videos. And then when I learned how to edit, like with Premiere Pro and do After Effects and graphics and like keyframes and have special effects in there, I was like, this is incredible. And then I got distracted. Not in a bad way. I just had to get my own roof over my head. I couldn't be living under my parents' roof anymore. I love them both, and they love me deeply. They've given me so much love, and it's why I do the things that I do. It's funny how things work out. Because out of the 67 days so far, I've missed like 2 days. Not really missed them because I made a recap of them, like of that day, the following day. And the only reason that I did miss 2 days was one, because I was getting drinks with my dad. And then the other one, I think I was out super late, possibly. But I still came back and I made up for that episode. So, like, as long as we never stop and we keep moving forward, we're bound to succeed one way or another. As long as we roll the dice, eventually we're going to get sixes or whatever number you need. If you play blackjack enough, I don't play blackjack. If you ask out enough girls, if you talk with enough people, you will make progress. You will close a deal. You will make money. You post enough videos, one will hit. And that's all I've ever really thought about, is like, I'm just waiting for that one. And it's not even waiting. Like, I'm just going to keep posting one after one after one. And now that I would say I'm detached, still working on it, I'm much more detached from the outcome than I have been in the past when it comes down to creating content. Like, I'm actually commenting on other people's videos that I'm watching. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I thought about this afterwards. Never really did that on YouTube. When I was doing it on Instagram, I was doing it just on as many posts as I possibly could, but I was never actually adding any real value. And now when I do add value, it's like people read them, they like it, they comment back, we have a conversation within the comments. And it's like there's actually other people that do think like me. And I guess that it just took time for me to get to this point, because I had to learn. Like, I had to get good. I had to get good first. I had to make progress. I was going to show all the books. I had to make progress first. Like, a lot of the success stories that I would see on YouTube, I didn't understand. I thought that they just did what they did and they got there. I stopped, or for some odd reason, I didn't think about YouTube and content in a similar sense as I did with the gym. Like, with me going up to 500 on my deadlift, 425 on squat, and 300 on bench, like, it took me years to get up to that point. And then I had to have a trainer as well, quote unquote trainer, in a sense, somebody that had been doing powerlifting on bench. Never really did it on squats all that much. Did run into other powerlifters that were, and then they helped me obviously get my weight up there. Now I'm back to more of a bodybuilding S type of training. I just like it more. I feel like it keeps me more toned, and I'm not having to eat like 60,000 calories a day, which if I want to go back to that, then obviously, yeah, by all means, I will do a combination of both. It's just right now it's I've had to cut back on my eating so that I can do videos like this. So I had to cut back on certain expenses, and one of the expenses was food. Like, I love food, absolutely adore it. It's just, I want to make my dreams come true more. So, but yeah, where was I going with that? Creating YouTube content, having other instructors or coaches or other people that have done it before you that can be like, oh yeah, this, you should change your thumbnail to look like this, or you should edit your video with an intro like this, or oh, take out this word, or don't say that, or have like your exposition, your rising action, your climax, your falling action, I believe, and then your resolution to be able to keep, viewers engaged. So like I have been sending my videos to like my sisters and a couple of my friends and having them give their feedback. And they're like, yeah, these are good. The thing that I'm starting to think is they just might not necessarily know content. Like one of her friends, I think, does, and she's provided some valuable advice. I just figure I'll just keep making my videos. I'll keep making small little minor adjustments, trying to increase the watch time. And like essentially all I'm doing is like I'm doing like fitness and like podcasting or having conversations. Like I'm just doing me, dude. So I was talking to this other guy at the gym the other day, and he was talking about how he's like, I come to your channel to watch you. I'm like, I never really thought about it that way. Because I was thinking more about like a personal brand, and I guess like there are personal brands of such. Like I enjoy anime, I enjoy business, I enjoy personal development, I enjoy marketing, I enjoy sales, and I'm pretty damn good at sales. I love people, I love working out, I love just like, maybe those are the things that make me and why people would come back to watch my videos over and over again, because they want to see me and they want to see the people that I talk with and communicate with. And that's something that I guess I never really realized, because I think at a certain point in my life I was unlovable. It wasn't from my parents. I believe it was from other kids and friends and other people that I ran into, where I started to feel unlovable because I just gave out so much, and I think other people made me feel small. And even the girl that gave me a massage today, she said that she had to drop out of school because she was being bullied. And I wasn't going to run. Like, I almost did run back home when I was in college, but that was because I had a girl, not because I was getting bullied necessarily. But then I did start running it into other people that they were making me feel small because I think they were threatened by myself. And I kind of had that realization just the other day. I think it was on my bike or on my walk or something like that, where one of my buddy's roommates in college, he was seeing this girl at the time, and him and I, we were making a bet. He's like, oh, I bet you couldn't sleep with her. I bet you couldn't get with her. And I was like, all right, bet, dude. Like, let's make this happen. Because he's like, she would never do that. I was like, okay, cool. And it was funny because it was like, oh, you have to do X. I don't even remember what the wager was. I think it was like either $500. You had to clean something. We had to do something. I don't remember what it was, but it was something that both of us didn't want to do. And like, I would have followed through with it. It's just it felt wrong for me to go after a girl just to prove a point to him. So I ended up talking with him. I was like, dude, let's just call it off. And he was relieved that I called it off. Like he wasn't like, oh yeah, no, like we'll keep it. Like he was like, yeah, no, we're okay. Because I didn't get this at the time. And I could be wrong with this. But from what I've been able to see in the self-work that I've done within myself and learned, is I think he was intimidated by me. I think a lot of people that have hurt me have been intimidated by me.